Aloha, how's it everyone? Welcome back to Hiroshi's Aloha Kitchen. This channel is dedicated to the memory of my dad to showcase his amazing culinary skills. Today we're making Loco Moco. If you're already here, you probably know what Loco Moco is. And if you don't, just go to Hawaii. It's ubiquitous and iconic. It's the absolute hands down favorite, at least for my dad, local comfort food. It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a late night eats type of meal. You can't say Loco Moco without thinking about Hawaii. At least for me, it brings me back home. And the beauty of Loco Moco is that you can find all the ingredients very easily in any grocery store. So I'll get everything together and let's get started. To make a Loco Moco, you'll need rice, whether it be white rice, fried rice, brown rice, whichever way you need, just rice, a hamburger patty, brown gravy, and an egg, whether it be scrambled egg, sunny side up, easy over, whichever way you like your egg. So this right here, we're going to start with making a hamburger patty. This right here is about a little over 1.5 pounds of ground beef. If you can find ground chuck or ground sirloin, that'd be the best thing to use. This is just ground beef. I don't know what is in ground beef and I really don't want to find out. But I use like an 80-20 mixture of ground beef, so it's like 80% lean, 20% fat. There's stuff out there that's like 75-25, that's okay too. 90-10, you start getting too lean and your hamburger starts to come out maybe a little bit too tough. But you know, I know some people are opposed to having too much fats and oils. I get it. So if you want to use 90-10, go right ahead. But I still think you got to have some of that fat to get the good flavoring in. I'm sorry. Okay. All we need to do is we're going to add a few things to this. We're going to put in about 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to go with 1 tablespoon of salt, and this is just a fine grind of sea salt, and you can use just table salt, any salt will do. About 6 cloves of garlic. This is minced. You can also just go ahead and grate your garlic if you'd like. That works too. About 1 1/4 cup of panko or breadcrumbs. That'll work. Dad used to use just white loaf bread, and he'd just break up the white loaf bread in it. I don't have loaf of bread, and I just use panko. So 2 eggs, and that's it. And we're just going to mix this all up and make our patties. The best way to mix this is just to use your hands or hand. I know I'm going to start getting comments, or I'm going to get comments in this saying, hey, you should have put like mustard or shoyu, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, onions. Dad's philosophy on Loco Moco was that the Loco Moco should be a balance between the rice, the gravy, the hamburger patty, and the egg. So we make this very simple. If I was making a hamburger steak, yes, I would add in all the different things to it. But with this, we keep it very simple. You don't want to mix this too much, because what starts to happen is if you mix it around too much, you'll start to melt the fat that's in here, and it'll get to be like almost like a rubbery texture to it. Just get it mixed in, and that's good enough. So there you go. Here's a little trick. If you wanna taste this before you make your hamburger, so you can adjust the flavor of it, all you need to do is just put this in a little. Just take a little bit, take a pinch of the hamburger meat, and just put in your frying pan. Not a bad trick, huh? Hey, so if you're satisfied with the way the hamburger tastes, then I'm gonna make these patties out with maybe like, I would just go with about 1/3 pound, something like that. About maybe 1/4 inch thick around. I think that'll look pretty good. Now keep in mind, this will shrink up quite a bit. And what I'll do is I'll put it on on a rack with a parchment paper, and this parchment paper I sprayed it down with just some spray cooking oil, so the hamburger patty is easier to get up off of there. It doesn't stick and break apart on you. When you're making your hamburger patty, the thickness, it should be just about it should be as even as possible so it cooks up evenly. So that's about right there. Okay, almost done. So I'm going to use a cast iron frying pan to cook my hamburger in. I could use the flat top. You can also cook this on a grill. Really any frying pan will do. But I don't know why, it just comes out, for me, it comes out better using a cast iron frying pan, cast iron skillet, whatever you want to call it. And I don't want to do the flat top or the grill because I'm going to use the fond, which is the leftover bits and pieces and the fats that are left behind from cooking the hamburger to make the gravy. Only problem with cooking the hamburger indoors is that it just splashes all over. These little oil shields, they help, but it still gets all over the place. All right, after a few minutes, I think we can flip our burgers. Oh, that looks about right. So I'll just do about 2 minutes on each side because I want the hamburgers to be about medium. Because before we serve it, we're gonna heat these hamburgers up in the gravy that we make. Oh, perfect. Check that out. I want to eat this like just right now. All right, we'll just put it on a rack, let it rest, and we'll get the rest of the burgers on here. Okay, so now that the burgers are done, we're gonna make our roux for our gravy. So we're gonna use the fond that's in here because no flavor left behind. There's a lot of flavoring in that. To make our roux, we're gonna add in about a half a stick of butter, which is like 4 tablespoons. And we'll turn our heat down because we don't want to burn our butter. Once the butter's all melted, our pan is cooled down, we can go in with a half a cup of flour. It's just regular flour. So the longer you cook your roux, the darker it'll get, and it'll darken up your gravy. This is going to be a thickening for our gravy. Now, you can use cornstarch, but flour will give it a little more depth. The cornstarch, to thicken up gravy like this with cornstarch, you're going to have to use quite a bit of it. You'll make a cornstarch slurry. And what can happen with cornstarch, and there's no problem using it. It'll work just fine. The problem with cornstarch is it'll give it like a glassy like sheen that, I don't know, it looks kind of different. And, I would prefer to use like a roux like this. Use unsalted butter because you want to be able to control the taste of your roux. For the gravy, I'm just going to use beef stock, unsalted beef stock. And we're going to use 32 ounces because Hawaii folks like a lot of gravy. And try to use a beef stock versus a beef broth. The stock has all the collagens in it, so it gives it a much deeper flavoring to it. So while my stock is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and cut up some onions and mushrooms for the gravy. While the beef stock is heating up, I'm going to slice up 4 of these white mushrooms and about half of a sweet onion. We always use sweet onions. So the mushrooms and the onions, I just slice them up in about 1/4 to maybe 1/2 inch thickness, or 1/2 inch slices. Same with the onions also. It's just about like that, if you can see that. I don't know how well you can see that in the camera, but then we're going to add the onions into our stock first. Once it becomes translucent, then we're going to start adding in our mushrooms. So in the beef stock, right when the beef stock just starts to come up to a boil, add in your onions. And when you add in your onions, try to break them apart so they don't clump up on you. And right when they start to turn a little translucent, they're starting to get that way. Right when they start to turn a little translucent, then we'll add in our mushrooms. Okay, so right here you can start to see our onions starting to turn just a little bit translucent, and that's good enough right there. So from here we'll add in our mushrooms and let that come back up to temp. Once it comes back up to temp, then we're going to add in our roux. Okay, so once we get it back up to temp, just turn our heat down, and then we're just going to slowly add in our roux. Just a little at a time. And keep mixing this until that roux dissolves. Otherwise, it'll just clump up at the bottom, burn, and really make a mess. And just turn into dough balls. Okay, we'll let this roux reduce. And we'll check it for thickness and taste. Yeah, it's starting to thicken up. And we're going to need to add in more roux here. All right, let's reduce this roux again. I think this will be just about right. So this looks like just about the right thickness we want. And the onions, really, you want these onions to cook all the way through to get that whole onion flavor into your gravy. And the same with the mushrooms too. But the thickness, and you can make the thickness to whatever you like, but that's about the way we like it, right? Where it just sticks to the back of the spoon. That looks good. Okay, we'll get our soy sauce in, and the soy sauce is mainly for color, and we'll salt and pepper this to taste. Hey, I'm going to add in about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, shoyu. I'm just using Kikkoman, but you can use really like the Chinese dark soy to add the color, or if you want the umami flavoring, you can also use like the light soy. So we're just going to go with salt and pepper to taste. And we'll just add a little bit at a time, probably maybe about a teaspoon of salt. And just about maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. So we're just going to let this gravy simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes. All right, we have our hamburger patties done. We have our gravy done, our rice is done. All that's left is to cook our egg. But before I do that, I'm going to warm up my hamburger patty. And the way I do that is I just take this hamburger patty and I'll just put it right into the gravy and just let it sit there while I cook my egg. So the egg, I'm going to cook this egg like the way the Thais cook an egg. They call it kai diao. And basically it's like deep frying a sunny side up egg. So it'll be crispy on the white. The white part of the egg will be really crispy, but the yolk will still be nice and runny. So we need to get this oil, we need to get the wok hot, with the oil hot. So you want to use this is avocado oil, so you want to use an oil that can take some heat. I wouldn't be using just like an olive oil or something like that. You're going to burn that oil. Once that oil starts to get close to its smoke point, you'll see it. You can go ahead and crack your egg right in there. Just take the hot oil and just spoon it right on top of this egg. Right, that looks good with the egg. Once the egg's done, we can take our rice, get out our hamburger from our gravy, put it on the bit of rice, add more gravy. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. And we're going to put the egg right on top of this. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Looks pretty good, huh? On top of this, put some chili pepper water, because in Hawaii, chili pepper water go on everything, but I don't have any. So I'm just going to use Tabasco sauce. Works just as good. And if I had some green onions, garnish the top of this with some green onions. You know, cut up some green onions, garnish the top of this with green onions. It'll make it look so good. I know you local brothers are going to be saying, hey, you got to go put potato mac salad. You got to go use tossed green salad, something like that. You know what, you guys? Go try them. Just try them with the corn, eh? Go dip the corn in the gravy. You know, that is. Especially when you crack the egg. After you crack the egg. Hey, Garen Ball Baron. Go and broke them out. You're not going to stop eating. That's how. Crazy. Okay. Anyway. So as usual, all the ingredients and the quantities will be listed in the description box below. If you really want to do a potato mac salad with this, I did do a video on potato mac salad that is just out of this world. I'll link the video to here or in the end screen, and also put it in a description box below. I hope you guys liked the video as much as I enjoyed making it. You guys know the drill. Please like, share, and subscribe. Mahalo for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Aloha.